Hello.
Hi.
This week we're going to give you a progress report on our journey as digital nomads. We'll tell you how much we've earned through working online over September and October.
Yeah, we moved to Thailand at the end of August with the goal of just renting an apartment in Chiang Mai and just settling down to make money online because our bank balance was very low by that point.
And over the last few months we've managed to set up a few income streams. Some of those streams are very, very small, little trickles, but some of them are a bit more plentiful. So here's what we've been doing.
Yeah, so I've been making money through freelance writing and blogging. I used to be a writer when we lived in London, so I do have some knowledge of that industry, but working as a freelancer is very, very different. I spent most of September looking for clients, sorting out my portfolio, and in October I've been building up my work, so maybe at the moment I've been doing between 1 and 5 freelance articles a week. I haven't put my full energy into the freelance side of things yet because I've also been working on our blog. We've had that for about 4 years now, and although we've never really used it as a main income stream, we're trying to add more advertising and affiliate things now because we need to make a sustainable online income. So I spend about 2 or 3 days a week writing content for the blog, and I'm also working on an ebook about teaching in Vietnam.
So over the summer I've been doing some recruitment work for the language centre we used to work for in Vietnam. So I've been putting up adverts online, I've been screening candidates and also talking to them on Skype before forwarding them on for an interview with the director of the language centre. And in September I started teaching English online for a French company. So I'm teaching adults business and conversational English. Although I started off only with a few clients in September, I've now got about 15 hours of teaching a week. A couple of other income streams are the videos on YouTube. We get a tiny amount of money through them. And also we've been putting a few photos of ours up on stock photo sites. So we also get a very, very small amount of money through that.
So here's a breakdown of how much we've earned in September and October. So I have made £458 from freelance writing and £1,170 from blog advertising and affiliates.
Through my recruitment work over June, July and August, I've made £2,430, and through my online teaching, I've made £608.
So altogether in September and October, we've made a total of £4,666.
Those figures look great, right? Well, over half of that money is from recruitment work, and that was over June, July and August. Although I will get a smaller payment, maybe in November, December time for my recruitment work in September and October, that will be it for the whole year.
And when it comes to the blog, October was a bit of an unusually high month. I do notice that more advertising requests come in over autumn, but they tend to drop off over winter, so we'll see how that goes from now on.
We do find that living and working online does have its challenges, but we've also had a few triumphant moments too. Although we're not expecting to earn that kind of money every couple of months, we do feel that it's given us a great start, and we've been able to organise our future a bit. So we've been able to book flights, we've been able to boost our savings quite comfortably, and also upgrade some camera equipment.
Yep. So I think it's also a triumph that we haven't given up, and it has been quite difficult at times, but we're determined to make this lifestyle work, and we've just been ploughing on despite the challenges. We're also really glad that we chose Chiang Mai to do this in because it's the ideal place. There are so many other people like us around working online, and the living costs are so cheap that we don't have to worry about making huge amounts every month. We can always cover our living expenses.
So the single biggest headache we've had over the last couple of months has been chasing up the money from my recruitment work. Through a mixture of miscommunication and misunderstandings, the payment was made into an incorrect account. And so in order to rectify that, we had to spend hours of our own time calling a couple of different banks and also emailing the language centre, and it just became such a pain, and it was so stressful. But happily, eventually we got the money, and everything's fine.
Yeah, and on another note about payments, I found that some of my clients, they don't pay for, up to 60 days sometimes, even longer, and it's just, I find that hard to get used to. I have to keep tracking the payments and waiting for them to come through, so that's another thing to get used to. Freelancing has been a real learning curve, and we're still learning now. The first lesson has been which clients to accept and how to set our rates. On the writing side of things, when I started, I just accepted, any kind of client, and the pay rates were quite low. But now that I'm becoming more established and realizing how much time it takes me to do things, I'm trying to get rid of those low-paying clients and up my rates accordingly. And I'm also going to start my own freelance website so that I can approach clients independently and charge some higher rates.
Similarly, for me, since it's my first online teaching job, I've had to go with a company that offers quite low wages. So I'm on just over £10 an hour for my teaching work. And one thing I'd like to do is find a company that offers much better wages. So for example, there's a Chinese company that pays £23 or more per hour. Although to work for that company, I would need to speak some Chinese. So something I'm looking at doing in the future is to learn Chinese to basically improve my options.
Another slight challenge is that the pound has been falling and we have to transfer our earnings into our UK bank account. So we're not getting as much money as we used to because of that.
Yeah, so then we use the money from the UK account and take it out in Thai baht. It has a big effect on us. So for example, last year we got about 50 Thai baht to the pound. Now we're getting about 41 Thai baht to a pound. So that's a difference of nearly 20%, and it has a big effect on us. So thanks for that, Brexit.
We have found that we've been working quite long hours, and we usually work 7 days a week. So we need to kind of set ourselves some limits and take some time off every now and again. And that's going to start this weekend, because tonight we are picking up a car, and tomorrow we're going to drive up to Mesa Long in the mountains for a weekend break. So we can't wait for that. It'll be really nice.
Yes, it's going to be good. So that's the end of our video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Bye.
Bye.